so we just found out that Henry McCrory just passed away. He's a longtime Gold's denizen, and I remember him as a guy who would sit down over here at the machine and watch TV. What do you have to say about him? Well, hold on a second. And some people say he was a grumpy old guy. He was never grumpy to me. He was a great guy.
He was a nice guy to me. I mean, he knew my name.
Yeah.
He knew his way around here. He used to visit all the bars in the church.
See,
everything else. I didn't know that. He's a member of St. Mary's High School.
Oh. I didn't know that either.
And he was a nice guy. He just wanted the door closed and just prone to falling asleep. He had a routine.
Yeah.
He followed it strictly every day.
Yeah, he did.
If he wasn't here, we worried.
Yeah. Carol?
Well, I worked the closing shift, so he would be here at 7 o'clock on the dot. He'd watch Jeopardy, then it was Wheel of Fortune, and then sometimes he'd leave at like 11 o'clock at night. But I mean, you figure, you know, people always used to ask me, you know, does that guy ever work out? I said, sometimes. But if you think about it, it was his home. It was his second home. I guess it was to be social and be around people. And it's cheaper than cable.
Right.
So you can't beat that.
Right.
At that age, he had to have a routine, something to keep him busy. That's what
Did you ever know anything about his offspring or background, or?
I could ask my friends. I think he had a daughter.
Daughter?
Yeah, that's it. He just lived around here locally.
Yeah.
He walked. He walked everywhere.
Yeah, I would see him walking up. I would see him walking here up Euclid over here, you know, and right. So.
Yeah, I just found out tonight. It is sad. He'll be missed.
The church here all the time.
The church across this one? Over here? Yeah, sorry, yeah.
St. Teresa's.
Yeah.
Twice a day.
Twice a day.
Once in the morning, once in the evening.
Well, we know he's in a better place.
Yes, he is.
Wow. Henry, man, I'm gonna miss you. He was like, you know, it was like clockwork, you know?
He's definitely clockwork.
Yeah, I always expect, right? I was always expecting to see him, you know?
Every day at 7,
Every day at 7, right. And at night, too. At night, you come in at like 10-ish?
10-ish.
Yeah, you know, 10-ish?
Yeah.
Wow. Thanks, guys. Thanks. Wow. Henry. It's okay. Henry McCoury. It says froze till October 12th, 2099. That's what that says.
That's just a basic note that means that his account was frozen when we learned that he got hit by a car and he had broke several bones. So we put his account on frozen until tonight. About half an hour ago, his neighbor just walked in and told me, and I just told you guys. So they were thinking about having a memorial service over at On's. Because he used to eat there all the time. I guess he would have breakfast there every morning. So that's to be announced.
How old was he?
82, I think.
82 years old. Henry McCrory.
Yeah, he lived a long life, you know.
He sure did. He was always, you know, he was the kind of guy that if you talk to him, he always had something to say. You know, he's a great observation, nice person. Wow, I want to cry. Anyway, yeah.
So he did tell me one story about the owners of this gym, how they moved here and, you know, made a decent, hard-working living. The main guy, the father, I guess, he came over and bought his very first couch here in America when this used to be a furniture store back in like 1940 something.
Huh.
So yeah, and he says he still has that couch.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my God! Wow.
So, but yeah, he would always tell me stories.
Yeah. About Mr. McCrory.
Well, talking on behalf of Mr. Henry, he was a great person. He used to be here every day. He used to be at that arm like right there.
Yeah, right here, right? Yeah. Right there. Yep.
And he was always making sure the door be shut when it's.
Yeah, it's like now.
Yeah. If he was here, that wouldn't be like that. You know, he'd be chasing it down, and he always have his voice. You know, he always say, "Shut it, shut the door." In fact, Carol, she can give you a good imitation of him how he used to say, "Shut it."
Hey, Carol, can we borrow you for a second? Let's hear your imitation of Mr. McCoury saying, "Shut it."
Shut the door. Shut it.
You gotta walk like him. You gotta walk like him.
I forgot how he was. He kind of like slow. And
yeah, he's very slow. Yeah, very slow.
Every time we would have free samples.
Slow, methodical.
Yes, and he would sit right here. I don't know if you can.
Yeah, right here. Yeah.
Yeah. So he would sit right here. And when we would have free samples sitting out,
right over
every 15 minutes or so, he'd go up, grab a handful of stuff in his pocket, and come back and sit down and start start munching on the energy bars. Then half an hour later, he'd go back, punch over his pocket, come back.
Oh,
He was
man.
quirky.
Yeah, he was.
He was
Yeah.
a good guy.
We're gonna miss you a lot, man. You guys really are. Thanks. Hey, thanks. So, what are your memories about Henry?
Memories of Henry. Like to say hi. Just hi. I'd
Yeah.
like to say hi to Henry. And I'd also like to give him food because he worked by a restaurant and I would see him walk by and I have a coworker and said, oh, that's the gentleman. And he used to walk very slow and now he is sped up. And I'm like, yeah, I see him at the gym. And so I was like, hey, I'm going to give him some food. So one day I yelled, Henry, got some food, do you want it? It's a little spicy. He goes, oh, that's fine, that's spicy. So then I got to know Henry. And my coworker, she doesn't even know who he is, but she's also, you know, a little bit, you know, more knowledgeable on old age. And she saw him speeding up. And so, you know, and then I'm like, oh, hey, yeah, totally. And so I see him here, and then I hear that he's not here one day, and that really, you know, hurt my feelings. And I'm like, I'd like to bring him some food, but obviously it was too late. But at least I got to know Henry and, you know, say hey to him.
Yeah, he's like
and,
the soul of
you
this
know,
place.
just say like hi,
Yeah.
like hey.
Yeah. Gone. Well, he's
That's
not
it.
really gone, but he's part of the place. So
Yeah, he's part of the place now. He's part of our memory because he definitely has a memory that stays.
Yep.
Because this is going on. So
That's right.
he made memories with others as well.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You got it.